1940s, 1950s, banks become important in this area because the big three bring so much industry to Detroit that so many businesses need banks. Ford started 2 banks himself. So 2 banks were started by Ford, Henry Ford.
And they done totally
The
redid
Federal
that
Reserve
building,
is 2 blocks this way on Sheroes. 2 blocks that way.
I remember this used to be McDonald's.
1421 Watson is
1420 Washington Boulevard.
Got them, Jay?
Yep, I got it.
it's black owned.
It's black owned. Yeah.
The only one down here?
No, it's a couple of other buildings that are. It's a number of businesses, black architects that own his own architectural firm in Detroit. And he bought that building.
And it's the only
And
one.
the firm is still in the building, but it's not enough other businesses to take up the rest of the building. So we need people to come in and rent.
Whatever they make off their business is support.
That's it. That's right.
So they need some business, y'all.
That's
Come
right.
and
They need
support.
some businesses. A number of black businesses have already been run out of Detroit, downtown, just so you know. In recent history, not a long time ago.
That lady, that black lady.
Fought in the Civil War from Michigan. They opened up that building, they built that building. It's where they had all of their Grand Army functions. All the Union soldier balls and parties and whatever, funerals and homegoing celebrate, all that was done at that building. And then as you know, this area became, the city became black. The GAR stopped doing the white descendants of those soldiers stopped doing anything with the building. They still owned it, they weren't doing anything with it. Village wanted to buy it and tear it down. They came back. They was like, no. And they were powerful enough to stop him. So he did not buy it, he did not tear it down. And they own it, and they're planning now on starting to try to do things with it in order to keep Village from ever being able to take it over like so much. Around the corner from the DIA, they have a training center. And on that street, during the time as black people were beginning to be able to move out of Black Bottom and other areas of Detroit, they were able to move into that area. The people who were, the white residents who were living there were trying to keep black folks from being able to come out on the street. So one of the buildings on the same street as the Palmer Merrill Institute, which is on Ferry, is the Detroit Association of Women's Club, which is a black woman who organized a number of black women's organizations, black club organizations, into one headquarters on Ferry Street. They forced her to build her entrance on John R. So her entrance is not on Ferry Street, because that was white only. Even though her house is on Ferry Street, she had to enter through the side. Everybody who entered the building had to go to Detroit to build the people mover, which would be the beginning of a mass transit system for Detroit. This would be the hub. It would connect to other forms of transportation. A possible subway, possible streetcars, and a larger bus arm. That was what this was supposed to do. And kind of be more like Chicago. You know, Detroit was supposed to start getting more like Chicago, or at least like DC. Jimmy Carter lost his second election. He was only president for one. The new president was Ronald Wilson Reagan. And Ronald Wilson Reagan denied any grants to Detroit trying to build a mass transit system. So we were stuck with just the people movement. That goes in a loop. So everybody who criticizes the people mover does not know that that wasn't the original plan for it to just go around in a loop and that's it. This was supposed to be the beginning of a much larger transit system. But Ronald Wilson Reagan wasn't getting nothing to Coleman Young. That wasn't gonna happen.
So it just ended up being.
So all we have is this.
But we can't.
And the actual building of it will be about $455 million. $256 million comes from the taxpayer. So you paid for it already. Whether you go or not, you already paid for the building. Because tax money from the city was taken to build.
Like soldiers.
That's Illich's style. Illich's style is to build big things using taxpayer support. Gilbert style is to buy old buildings that nobody was using. The hotel that sat here, and this was the hotel that Malcolm X stayed in when he came and gave a speech on February 14th, 1965, 1 week before he was assassinated. It's called The Last Message. He stayed here at this hotel the day after his house was firebombed. He gave a speech. Statler Hilton Hotel. Gone now. And so this is Village Land, Village District, Fox Theater, all of that. Comerica Park.
Baseball stadium? The big one!
Broadway. That's Dan Gilbert. That's Dan Gilbert over there. All of this is Dan Gilbert, all the way to the end.
All this street right here?
All this until this building, not this building. The Wurlitzer building. Okay, we're about to see the building that I told you was Bruce Wayne's apartment.
This is the
There it is. You can see the fire escape or the fire
On the right side?
yeah, right here. Right there.
That brown, brick,
Yeah,
red
the
one.
red brick with the so look for it in the that powerful and not have no rules and don't have no rules, they can't have it. So the public is built to not trust them no more.
the next station
And
is
that man takes it on
Cadillac
himself to
Center.
try to get his place. So they basically me and you. Yeah, but the fight, them fights being against each other is a small part.
Ah, okay.
Alright, so this is the Cadillac. We're getting off here. Kind of almost where we started.